Hi, this is Lauren Grace with Healus, and I am here today to make a quick video for you on what supplements that you can take to help boost your immune system. So I know right now that a lot of things are out of control. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, and a lot of anxiety. And the best thing we can do right now is focus on the things that we can control, like our mind, our emotions, how we're reacting and responding, and how well we're taking care of our bodies. And really the best thing that we could do right now for ourselves and for others around us is try to boost our immune system, to make our immune system strong. So I'm going to give you the supplement protocol that I personally use, that I recommend to most of my patients. And keep in mind that when we're recommending supplements, you will always want to make sure that you do your own research, because I don't know you personally, I don't know how your body works, so I don't know if you're allergic to something or if you're more sensitive. So if any of these products interest you, please do a little more research yourself. Make sure you double check the ingredients before you buy anything, and if you're a little unsure, just check with your physician. To get started, let's dive into some of the basics. So we've got vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D. Okay, so these three, vitamin C, zinc, and D3, are just huge immune boosters in general. I personally take them every day. I would recommend everyone take them every day, but especially now. They're gonna help support and strengthen your immune system, and they're especially helpful in any sort of respiratory infection. So this would be a really good time to start taking vitamin C, zinc, and D3 if you have not already. Now, none of these are necessarily brand specific. So this is a vitamin C from Thorne. You can get a lot of different vitamin C's on the market, so you don't have to get this one specifically. This is just what I personally take. It's a powdered version of vitamin C. I would recommend that everyone take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. I personally do that about 2 to 3 times a day. But if you're new to vitamin C, start off with just 1,000 milligrams. Sometimes when you take a lot of vitamin C, it can cause a little bowel disruption, a little gurgling, maybe diarrhea, so you just want to start slow. But if you can do 2 to 3 doses a day, that would be great right now. Zinc, this is also by Thorne, but again, you can get zinc from many different companies. This is 15 milligrams of zinc that I do twice a day, so that's 30 milligrams of zinc. 30 milligrams of zinc is a great recommendation for a daily dose. With zinc, you want to make sure you take it with food. It will make you very nauseous if you take it on an empty stomach. So whether you buy it in the 15 milligram format or if you buy it in a 30 milligram, just make sure you take it with food. Now, D3. This particular D3 is by Sports Research. Its one capsule is 5,000 IUs. I take 2 every day, so I do 10,000 IUs every day. In general, I would say that's a pretty good recommendation. Again, I don't know your personal vitamin D levels. What I can tell you is that I've done probably hundreds of tests of vitamin D levels in my office, and no one has enough vitamin D. Everyone comes back low. So 10,000 IUs is probably a pretty good recommendation for most people out there. Next, we're going to talk about hydration and staying hydrated, which does not just mean drinking a lot of water. Yes, drink a lot of water, that's important, but you want to make sure you're drinking high quality water, which I know might be limited right now. It depends on if you have a filter system at home. It depends if you need to go buy water. I understand that your water options might be limited. I'm going to assume that most of you have filtered water. If you have filtered water, you want to make sure that you have minerals in your water. This is not just for now, this is for at all times. Every time you drink water, you should have minerals with it. The problem with a lot of water today is that when it is filtered, which it's taking out all the bad stuff, which is important, it is also taking out a lot of the good stuff, which is your ionic minerals. This is especially true if you have a reverse osmosis system at home or if you're drinking distilled or purified water. So the best thing you can do is, this is brand specific. I don't know any other brand that makes this. This is called Trace Mineral Drops by Concentrace. I get this on Amazon, and I'm sure you can get it on their website as well. And it's a pretty big bottle, you'll see. And all you do is you add a few drops to a glass of water. Just a few, maybe 2 or 3 drops. That's going to provide your body with the minerals it needs. And minerals are especially important for your immune system because it keeps your cells charged. Okay, so if you kind of think of us as an electrical circuit throughout the body, It's the minerals that are really charging the cells to communicate and cooperate and work together. So it's very, very important to make sure whatever water you're drinking, sometimes you can buy water like Fiji's pretty good, has a good amount of minerals in it, that have the minerals already in it, but if they don't, please make sure to add them in. And again, this is not just for an immune booster for now. I would recommend this always. Always add minerals to your water. Next, let's talk about gut health and how important gut health is to your immune system. So 80% of your immune system actually comes from your gut microbiome. So gut health is super important right now. You want to have a healthy microbiome if you want to have a healthy immune system. So that means not just eating processed foods and crap at home and drinking if you can help it. Again, I understand that our food choices are a little limited right now, so you want to do the best that you can with what you have, but eat as much nutritious food as possible. Try and stay away from things that are more inflammatory for your body that you know throw your gut off. Try and not eat those right now if you can. The more fiber you can get in, the better, because fiber is going to feed that microbiome. It's going to feed all the bacteria in there. And of course, you can always add in butyrate with the Complete Biotic. So I know a lot of you watching are already familiar with this product. If you're not, butyrate, which is our product, this is brand specific. Butyrate is a short chain fatty acid that's produced in your gut during the fermentation of different prebiotic fibers. And butyrate is really essential to gut health in general. It's essential to balancing the microbiome, helping to heal things like leaky gut, lowering inflammation. And butyrate also plays a pretty direct role in your immune system, which is why supplementing with it can be very helpful and very important right now. And in addition, butyrate actually is necessary for the absorption of vitamin D3. And not many people know this. These are really, really new research studies that are finding that you need to have enough butyrate in your gut in order to properly absorb vitamin D3. So that's a pretty big deal. So if you don't already have butyrate, you might really want to consider this, especially for vitamin D absorption. So important to get vitamin D right now. Next, I want to talk about 2 antiviral herbs that I always like to have on hand whenever I'm starting to feel a little under the weather. I recommend everyone have these 2 on hand. The first is Elderberry Syrup, and the second is Oreganol. Elderberry syrup is a great antiviral herb. Now, does this help with COVID-19 specifically? We don't know, because they don't really know enough about this virus yet. They're still trying to learn and understand this virus. No one has done studies on how elderberry works with the coronavirus specifically. What we can say is that there have been several studies with elderberry that show that it is a great antiviral for a lot of other viruses. So not a bad idea to have in hand in general. Anytime you're starting to feel a little run down, I would take a dose of this. Now, oreganol oil, and let me be specific here. This is oreganol with an L at the end. So a lot of people are familiar with oregano oil. So that's just pure concentrated oregano. This is oreganol, which means it's diluted, and you want it to be diluted because if you take straight oregano oil, you will burn your tongue off. I mean, not literally, but it will feel like that. This itself is extremely strong. If you've ever taken liquid oregano, you know what I am talking about. This is strong. However, I recommend that you do have this in its liquid form. It's a really, really great antiviral. And so you're basically just going to, if you're feeling run down, you take maybe like a half a drop or not much at all. It's extremely potent, right in your mouth, and then have a chaser with you. Either a glass of water, a sip of kombucha, something, because this is not gonna taste good. It's gonna burn. It's gonna make your eyes water, but it's worth it. It kills a lot of stuff. Again, do we know if it works on COVID-19? No, but it does work on a lot of viruses. I always take this whenever I'm sick, whenever I'm starting to feel sick. I would definitely recommend having this on hand. But again, it's oreganol. So it does come in pill form. So it comes in capsule form as well. And a lot of people opt to take the capsule because this is not easy to take. Like I said, it does not gonna taste good. However, when you're talking about anything upper respiratory, I recommend doing the liquid, getting it right in there, getting it right in your throat. So that's just my personal opinion, but that's what I would recommend. Next, I'm going to talk about lung support, and this is just a supplement that I just love and swear by. It's called Clear Lungs by Ridgecrest, and this is brand specific. I don't know anyone else that makes it. It's basically a combination of Chinese herbs to help support lung health, break up lung congestion, make it easier to breathe, take deep breaths, etc. So I always have a bottle on hand. I always have a bottle on hand for any time I start to feel like I might have a cold and I don't want it to go into my chest. For seasonal allergies, which are pretty rampant right now, helps me breathe easier. Basically, all my patients kind of have this on hand. It's not necessarily something that you would take every day, but it's great to have on hand if you need that lung support. And again, this is Clear Lungs by Ridgecrest, so this is one of the brand specific ones. The other one I mentioned that was more brand specific was Trace Minerals, which is by Concentrace, and our supplement, Complete Biotic by Healus. Now, as of right now, all these supplements are available on Amazon, but that is changing by the hour. Sellers at this point are not able to restock because they're making room at Amazon warehouses for more medical supplies, toilet paper, things like that. But many of these supplements you can find on their own site. Again, not all of them are brand specific. So I talked about your immune support, vitamin C, zinc, D3, not brand specific. A lot of quality supplement companies carry those three things. Our Complete Biotic is available on our website. It is also available on Amazon. We were able to get enough stock in there, so we should be pretty set on Amazon, and it'll still be selling on there for a while if that's where you prefer to buy it. The Elderberry Syrup and Oreganol Oil I usually buy on Amazon. If you don't see it on there, try going to other sites to find it. So it's not necessarily, if you don't see one of these things on Amazon, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's out of stock completely from the company. It might just mean that that seller was not able to ship more to Amazon at the moment, and you could probably buy it through their website. And again, this is a protocol that I just do all the time. I always have these things available. I'm always taking my vitamin C, zinc, D3, Complete Biotic. Always use my trace minerals in the water. And I always have elderberry, oregano oil, and the Clear Lungs on hand. So those are my supplement recommendations to help boost your immune system right now. And above all, and I will mention this again as we put out content throughout the week, I'll mention this again and again and again. Stress is the #1 thing that will lower your immune system. Stress, fear, anxiety, #1 thing that's going to lower it, that's going to raise cortisol, that's going to suppress your immune system and create more inflammation in your body. I know it's very difficult right now to not feel stressed out, to not feel scared. Please do whatever you can. Meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, listening to your favorite music, watching funny shows, stay away from the media a little bit, right? Get our updates and then stay away. Please do whatever you can to keep your stress levels low. We will be here for you as much as we possibly can to give you more content and more information to help you through this time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of this community. We are thinking of you and we're here for you.